The boy obtained an immortal body. Even if his heart was pierced, his wounds could heal within seconds. He once believed it was a blessing from the gods. However, hundreds of years later, as he watched his companions pass away one by one with his own eyes, he realized that this ability was the most cruel curse in the world. Originally a boy from the slums, he was chosen by the Yellow Dragon to become one of the 4 dragon warriors who assisted the Crimson King. But because he had no special abilities and could only heal quickly, he was always the one being protected by his companions. Under the guidance of the 4 dragons and the king, a powerful nation was established. He was the weakest among his companions, yet no one ever looked down on or blamed him for it. Even without blood ties, those who inherited the blood of the 4 dragons nurtured a bond as close as real brothers. However, as time passed, he gradually came to feel his own powerlessness. Aside from rapidly healing wounds, he seemed to be completely useless. In his anger, he punched a rock. His companions immediately rushed over to check on him, but by then, his wounds had already fully healed. The king seemed to sense some terrifying truth, tightly embraced him, and entrusted him with his most precious treasure. At that moment, the boy regained his faith. The king sent the other 3 dragons to war, and kept him by his side. With the overwhelming power of the fully manifested dragons, the invaders were quickly repelled. As the years went by, his companions grew old one after another, and even the king collapsed from exhaustion. Only he remained unchanged, watching over the aging of his brothers. The king quietly embraced him, but could not save him from this suffering. Eventually, the king passed away, and the 4 dragons wailed and mourned together before his body. However, humanity often rejects what is different, and schemes to seize the power of the dragons began to stir in the shadows. The power of the 4 dragons became the spark of war. They decided to leave human society behind, but he alone chose to remain in the capital, because he wanted to protect the nation the king had built. 40 years passed. The white dragon and the blue dragon settled in the mountains, and the green dragon embarked on a journey of wandering. Only he remained in the capital, sensing the presence of his companions through their shared bloodline. The kingdom's wars never ceased, but not a single soldier died, because he stood alone on the battlefield, using his immortal body to block the enemy forces. Each time he was injured, his body would become like that of a berserk demon, and that overwhelming vitality struck fear into his enemies. However, at that moment, he felt the presences of his companions vanish one after another. Grief filled his heart. He finally understood the feelings the king had when he embraced him back then.